Alright, welcome to my workbench. In this episode at the workbench, we will be making this propane tank, which you may remember from an old video. Let me think, what was it? Ah, yes, it was the melting aluminum into the E that is now this beautiful shiny thing. But we are going to construct this into a knife in the new series called Will It Knife. So what we are going to do right now is just cut this into a knife shape, and then we'll finish the rest of the video making the same knife. So why don't you come into this amazing series of Will It Knife, Episode 1, Propane Tank. Okay, so the first step here is we're going to clamp this fucker down right here. We need to clamp it down really good or else it will fly around in the cutting process and I'm spinning the wrong way. And then the next step is we're going to need some gloves because there will be hot metal flying everywhere. And then glasses, safety eye protection, and then an angle grinder, which we will use to just cut through the metal. Okay, so as you can see, we have cut this section off here, and this is what we have left. I literally just got that done. I had to upgrade my arm protection and eye protection. I ended up using this airsoft mask, worked out great. But now, the next step is to cut this right here, straighten this, get a little chunks off so I can give it a nice handle. This will all get cut and better, so I can give it a nice wooden handle is what my plan is, and then sharpen it and give it some nice knife tests. So this is what we have right now, is this little piece of metal here. This is from the propane tank. This looks like it will be a really nice chunk of metal that we can use. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this vise right here and I'm just going to stick it in there and compress it so it will flatten the piece of metal that we have in there and hopefully get it so it's flat enough to make a knife blade out of it. And if not, we're just going to have to beat the fuck out of it with a hammer, and I think that's what we're going to have to do. So that we're just going to use this as an anvil. Just going to beat the fuck out of it with this hammer here. Seems to be working very well. This is now way flatter than it was to start. So we'll just put it in the vise one last time and get it nice and flat. And keep it there while we change this from a sanding head into a stone head so we can grind this down, get it nice and flat on each side, get it to the preferred shape that we would like it, and then we can start creating the wooden handle. Okay, so this is what I have for the blade so far. It's got like a little slit so it can slip in the wood, hopefully, and then it's got like the nice round edge here. That's what my plan is to do with it. Then what I want to do is I want to file down this blade to get it all nice and smooth on each side, and then get the paint off, the rust off, so we can go from there. We're going to build the handle right now, and hopefully, my plan is to use a mix of super glue and hot glue to keep this in the wood handle, but my guess is that won't work out for very long, so this will just be a temporary knife, just to get this, just to see if a propane will work. I didn't have the full tank, otherwise I would use a longer spigot and I would use 2 pieces of wood, but this is the width of the top part of the propane tank, and I wanted a decent sized blade, so this is pretty much all I got right now. This will be the first step I've ever made, so if it turns out really good, it turns out amazing, and I should get into this as a business and start selling knives, which I probably will because it's actually really fun to do, but that's besides the point. And so I'm going to make the handle now and see you guys then. Okay, so I just ghetto rigged this handle like half-assed. It's so hard. Like look at where the hole is. The hole isn't even centered. That doesn't matter though. So how I'm going to get this to stick in there and to be able to be used as a knife? I'll actually probably put it in this way, just like the edge is close to this edge, So it'll look like this. This will be the finished knife. This is what it will look like. So this is what it will look like in the end, pretty much. But as you can see, with this, there's all this open space. So I'm going to use this trick that I learned that I'm going to teach you guys right now. I'm going to sharpen this a little bit, not too much though, not so where it's like paper cut sharp, but sharp enough to do shit. Anyway, the trick I learned is you take sawdust, which is this stuff right here. It's all blurry because it's fake, because it's fucking autofocus is ass. But, okay, so yeah. Come on, focus on the shit. So it'll use sawdust and this True Bond stuff I got from Menards, but I'm going to mix the two of them together. This is the sawdust from the wood that I had used to cut, but I'm going to mix this wood glue with this sawdust to make a wood paste, and I'm going to put that inside of the wood block with the blade in it, and I'm hoping that that will secure it in just enough to where it will stay in for long enough for the tests that I need to do with it. See you guys once I get this blade sharpened. Okay, so I have come to the final verdict that yes, it can. A propane torch can make a nice knife. Only if you sharpen it correctly. If you don't sharpen it correctly, then, well, if you cut it correctly and you sharpen it correctly, it will make a really nice knife. I did not cut it correctly. I sharpened it the best I can because cutting it is the hardest part. That is the hardest part. But, anywho, we are going to get into the knife tests once the wood glue dries. The wood glue will take about 4 days, I guess, to dry. It is sharpened though. I will do some more intensive sharpening once it is all dry, but for now, this is all I got. See you guys in the knife. Okay, so I'm here to conclude the Will It Knife video. This is the knife. It can knife. I sharpened a stick with it after I sharpened it with sandpaper. It did not have a sharpening stone, so I couldn't get it super sharp, but it was sharp enough to sharpen a stick. I did burn the stick, so I can't show you guys the stick. If you really enjoyed this video, please leave it a like or put it in the comments that you liked it. Subscribe for more. There will be more in the series coming. I will make more knives. But yes, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm Audi 5000.